What's good with it, BlakGooseTV family? Double salute as always. Your boy Fluent Boxing is in the building for another Fluence Friday. I know it's been a little minute. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I haven't done a responding to the comments in a little bit, in a little while, but we here, we back like we never left. I'm gonna be responding to some of the comments that I haven't responded to. I'm gonna be reading over some of the comments that maybe necessarily I didn't give enough attention to. We just gonna shed some light on y'all, Black Goose TV family. The comments y'all been dropping, the love you've been showing. I'm gonna respond to as many as I can. Y'all also see down below, we're going to be talking about some other things as well. We're going to go into that amazing card that's happening tomorrow in the UFC. Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson, Khamzat, Chimeav versus Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez versus G. And I'm going to be very respectful when it comes to his name. It's going to be an amazing motherfucking fight card tomorrow when it comes to UFC, but we're going to get all that later. Right now, what we're going to be focusing on, to be honest with you, is just going to be the comments, okay? Of course, and this is Fluence Friday. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can already probably tell I'm on my Fluence already, baby, because we just, you know what I'm saying? We just have fun when it comes to this joint. So if y'all come up in here, man, feel free to drop any type of topics you want to talk about. Feel free to be on some bullshit, some fuck shit. I ain't tripping tonight, man. I'm chill. We on the weekend. It's a weekend night. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't feeling no type of way other than, man, let's get into these comments. Let's get into this UFC talk, MMA talk. And if y'all want to, bring some boxing in, obviously we're going to talk boxing because that's going to be the majority of the comments that we're going to respond to. Or whatever the case may be, man. Let's just have some fun tonight. Let's be on our Fluence. Let's enjoy the Friday. And let's just cruise, move, salute. Fuck the negativity. Let's stay positive. Let's keep the mindset on the way it should be. And that means the trajectory is always on the upside, never on the downside. Now, with that being said, please show some love if you come up in here, man. Hit the like button down below, man. It's right there. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that shit. Notification gang. Just show some love, you know what I'm saying? Because we here as always, man. But I do want to say this, man. I want to say to the Black Goose TV family, man, much love to all the people, man. I feel like we're going into a calendar, or I'm sorry, we're going into a part of the calendar. We're going to the part of the year. We're going to a part of 2022 where we're gonna have some amazing combat sports events happening. Now I feel like it's already been picking up. It's really been doing its thing. Summer was amazing. The beginning of the year may have been slow, but summer was amazing. Got a little slow the last month or so, but it's picking up. It's going crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a lot of big events. We just had Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz. That was amazing. Like I said, this weekend that's coming up, we got the crazy UFC card with Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz. We're going to talk about a lot of that. We're going to talk about how, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that kind of, me personally, I think it was all orchestrated. I think it was all planned out. I think it was, the perfect storm. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. But we have that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we're in September. So obviously we got Triple G versus Canelo 3 that we're going to be waiting on when it comes to September. I think this month also we have Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce happening. A lot of good fights, a lot of big fights. Later in the year, we got even bigger fights happening. So as a combat sports fan, as a combat sports viewer, whatever the case may be, man, you're blessed. And that's why I always tell boxing heads. That's what I'm going to do too when it comes to this channel, because I got a lot of boxing heavy viewers and watchers where they just stick on boxing. I'm telling you right now, if you enjoy boxing, you're gonna enjoy MMA. And it's not even just the UFC. Like, you're gonna enjoy MMA. So if y'all rock with me and y'all watch boxing, if y'all rock with the MMA events that I watch, whether it be a one championship event, whether it be a Bellator event, whether it be a UFC event, I'm telling you, y'all gonna enjoy it. Because I only watch the best, or I try to watch the best, or what I think is going to be the best. And so far this year has been pretty goddamn good. So yeah, anyways, with all that being said, once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, show some love, keep supporting it. We're gonna keep moving, we're gonna keep grooving, we're gonna keep going crazy. By the way, also too, guys, I plan for this stream to be relatively long. I was planning, you know what I'm saying, it's Friday night for your boy. I ain't got shit to do tomorrow other than workout, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously I got the off day, but other than workout, you know what I'm saying, do the Fluence Lounge. You know what I'm saying, I got some other little, itty bitty things there, but nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying, but I gotta take care of life, you know how that goes. But you know what I'm saying? We're going to have a good stream tonight, man. I want to, let's maybe try and go 2 hours, maybe 2 hours plus strong. But y'all gotta help me with that. You know what I'm saying? Only way I can do that is if y'all come up in here, y'all drop topics of your own, you're joining, you have some fun. I'm going to be also dropping a link. If you guys want to join the stream, I'm going to drop that as well when I feel like the time is right. Okay, now, all that's out of the way. I'm sorry, everybody who hopped up in here is like, oh, we're going to get right to the action. Y'all know it's a live stream, so I gotta plug all the bullshit. I gotta let everything be known. But I feel like 5 minutes is a pretty good time to get into responding to the comments. We're going right into the comments, y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's been a minute, but I love it because we're going to be talking straight to the BlakGooseTV family now. There's some comments that I actually fast forwarded and I feel like I shouldn't have, and I'm happy that I'm actually going to address myself, if that makes sense. You're like, what are you talking about, Fluence? I actually skipped some comments because I was like, man, it's too old. But what I'm going to do, I'm not necessarily going to respond to them, but what I will do to the people, or for the people, I should say, is I'm going to just shout them out because I really appreciate y'all supporting the channel. I really appreciate y'all commenting on it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not able to, maybe I didn't reply. Maybe I wasn't able to reply, but I'm telling you, man, I appreciate everybody who comments on the channel. So what I am going to do is I'm definitely going to go back to what I was missing. Because at first I was just going to go straight to the comments where I was going to respond to them. And that's why I do this shit, you know what I'm saying, live. That's why I love, doing this shit raw, whatever the case may be. Y'all see the fuck ups. Y'all see when I'm all over the place. But at the end of the day, man, when I want to fix something or if I want to change the agenda right during that time, I can do that. So I think this was the last one because I remember my brother right here. Okay, no, I'm actually, yeah. So I'm gonna go back. There's some people I got to show some love to, definitely, but I haven't acknowledged. See, it's going back. So this is what this is here for. So okay, I remember this. All right, so this is where we're gonna stop at, or it's gonna be start at. I'm gonna actually shed the light on that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a full screen for the comments, baby. Yeah. Salute to the people, man. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope everybody is just, what I'm saying, and I hope everyone had a good week. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's impossible to really, everyone had a good week. I didn't have a good week. I had one great day, but the rest of the week was tough. But at the end of the day, man, we're going to the weekend. Tonight, we on the Fluencefridays. Let's try and stay positive. Let's try and stay cool. So I'm going to shout out to everybody in the comments. I'm going to show as much love as I possibly can. I'm not going to respond to everything because some of these, and that's my fault. I lagged a little bit. I'm behind. Like I said, I ain't done this in a minute. Some of these comments from a minute ago. So I'm not necessarily going to respond, but I want to shed some light. I want to show some love so you already know what it is. So let's get into it. This is a response to one of the questions that I put in the community board. You already know I always put questions in the community board. I need to update that. You know what I'm saying? The last one was about a couple of days ago. I definitely will drop a new question tomorrow. BlakGooseTV family, I just had a random question pop up in my head. And it had to do with who would you feel like going with as far as, say, you were a young gun, 19, 20 years old. Great amateur background, maybe like 14-2, 15-0. You have these guys scouting you. You have these guys offering you offers. Some of the biggest names: Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, Floyd Mayweather, et cetera, et cetera. Who would you go with? Patrick Cineros. I already know about Patrick, man. Longtime family member. Salute to you, brother. He said, I think Eddie is the most wholehearted dude out of the bunch. Might not be the best platform, but I think as far as genuine people go, I would choose Eddie. Nothing but respect. I'm trying. I'm late, but shit. Respect. You know what I mean? Salute to Ed. This might be the first time I've seen him commenting on the channel, so I appreciate you. None of them. Cut the middleman out and go straight to the source, ESPN, Showtime, etc. Be independent and promote yourself. If you got the skills and best at what you do, then you can be the boss and control your own career. These promoters have so much ego that they don't care about the fighters, just their pockets, and are scared to make the best fights happen. I agree. Unfortunately, how realistic do you think that is? Game is created so promoters win, fighters benefit from the promoters W. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. So I agree, but fortunately, how realistic do you think that is? The game is created so promoters win and fighters benefit from the W. So hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying right there. I said I wasn't going to respond to some of these, but I just got to because BlakGooseTV family, y'all be having some of the best questions or the best comments, man. Y'all really be insightful, and I really enjoy that. Like it's never I'm going through comments and it's just bullshit. You feel me? Like, oh, this is some stupid shit. Like y'all really be breaking shit down, and I really appreciate that. Tell you, smartest family members ever. You know what I'm saying? On the whole YouTube boxing community, smartest family members ever. You know what I'm saying? Cavi man, salute to you, brother. Sweet fight, brother. And welcome and peace from down here in New Zealand. Both these boys can bang and both have chins made of granite. Parker is a changed fighter under Andy Lee, and Joyce is a beast of a man. Parker always underestimated. Parker, he probably meant to say Parker was always underestimated. He almost looked pissed off in the interview after the presser. Big risk that Parker didn't need to take, so he will obviously come ready. Great heavyweight clash. Can't wait. Salute to you, Cavi, man. Salute to New Zealand. Appreciate you commenting on the channel. I got to ask you this. Respect, brother. Who do you have winning in this fight. And what I love about a comment like this is sometimes you go even a month. See, I'm slacking. This is a month ago. Sometimes you go a month back. You think you're just going to have old news, but we're talking about something that is very essential. September 24th. I knew Joe Joyce versus Joe Parker. I love how things come. I love that. That's beautiful. Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker is happening the 24th. One of those fights I was saying. That's why it's combat sports is picking up. We got some good things happening. We just had Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua 2. We just had Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. I've been saying, man, this is a heavyweight little tournament, a heavyweight Grand Prix. If we were talking about Bellator and MMA, man. Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker is next. There's a lot of weight coming on this fight. This is my personal opinion. If Joseph Parker beats Joe Joyce and Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua doesn't fight, AJ versus Joseph Parker might be the next fight. Now, if Joe Joyce demolishes Joseph Parker or beats Joseph Parker, I think Joe Joyce is really going to be in a position where there's a possibility the winner of Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder might have to fight him next. Remember, Joe Joyce is still associated with PBC. I don't know how true that is. Last time I checked was probably about a year and a half ago. That definitely may have changed by now. But anyway, salute to you, Cavi Man, and salute to New Zealand. Nothing but respect. Jeffrey Bogue. And this was in response to Showtime Steven Espinoza claims Jake Paul accepted the fight, etc. I don't really remember that all the way because, I say YouTube boxing shit and I don't give a fuck. But okay, then if weight doesn't matter, let lightweights fight heavyweights if it don't matter. And I guess contracts don't matter either. So you can break a contract on weight and hope Paul won't cancel. So I'm going to give a love and a like button because I don't care about that at all no more because you already know. But that has nothing to do with you, Jeffrey Bogue. That's me being a lazy mug, and I was late to the comment, but I salute you commenting, keep supporting the channel, or you know what I'm saying, even if you're not supporting the channel, show some love, or even if not showing love, disagree with the nigga. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I know you doing great, so salute to you, brother, for commenting. Trinidad Herrera, that's the OG of the motherfucking channel. It's Snipers. I was responding to comments 9. I had Dub Right Side coming here our west, and I was just talking about how it's Snipers, man, really be he be on point when it comes to predictions. So nothing but love to my guy, Trinidad Herrera, as well as his Snipers. You already know, man. OG of the channel for real. So it's also in response to Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. This comes from Jonathan Sharp. Salute to you, Jonathan Sharp. Going to be hard for Parker. Has to get up on his body. To do that, he has to be unpredictable in his ability and get into that spot for 12 rounds and land a lot of combination. If not, Joyce gets in a rhythm behind the jab and wins. Joyce is a really big opponent and has a serious size advantage. Hoping Parker can pull it out, though. I love the honesty from my brother Jonathan Sharp right there. I'm going to tell him that. Love the honesty. A lot of people don't give Joyce a chance. Reality, or at least my perspective, Parker better bring his A game. That's how I feel. So I said, love the honesty. A lot of people don't give Joyce a chance in reality. A lot of people don't give Joyce a chance when it comes to this fight or any other fight. But in reality, or at least my perspective, Parker better bring his A game or he will be dominated. That's why I get to that point. I start giving them long-winded responses. I'm going to do the best I can to make it not as long-winded as, you know what I'm saying? So it's boring. But I just want to salute the people once again, man. Love this shit. Love doing this shit. Love talking boxing. We're going to get into the MMA side of the game a little bit later. So anybody's going to hop in for that. Y'all just better be ready. So this is once again response to Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. It's official for September 24th. Afasa O'Brien, a salute to you, brother. Joe Joyce has good stamina because he's slow. That doesn't make any sense. You can be a slow fighter, have terrible stamina. Excuse me. Victor Supreme went on to respond. Yeah, he conserves a lot of energy, but he can move when he needs to, which is usually only once or twice per fight. Laugh aloud. And then Afasa O'Brien, he laughed back. He laughed. So we agreed. They're basically agreeing with each other. I'm gonna actually respond back. I'm gonna say laugh aloud. Man is 6'6" with a powerful jab. Accuracy over speed all day, in my opinion. If you're accurate, laugh aloud. The man is 6'6" with a powerful jab, accuracy over speed all day, in my opinion. Just because you're fast doesn't mean you're gonna be a great boxer. But I appreciate, all those, the comments, Victor Supreme. Afonso O'Brien, nothing but love, man. For real, for real. Can move out. Salute to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Once again, quick question. BlakGooseTV family. I was talking about Joe Joyce Joseph versus Joseph Parker. Who do you think is gonna win? Joe Joyce all day, in my opinion. I was trying to reach out because of homie Dub right side, and he said he wanted me to debate. I want to do that. I promise you that. But that shows his knowledge right there. Talking about Joe Joyce winning. A lot of people won't do that. A lot of people won't do that, man. Salute to Grey Goose. And really, it should be XX Grey Goose XX. There's weight classes and contracts for a reason. Safety. And this had to do with the Jake Paul fight again, not happening with Hasim Rahman. Both of them are going on to do great things. Hasim Rahman has a fight against Vitor Belfort. Jake Paul has a fight against Anderson Silva. So both of them are not hurting. Actually, it almost helped the both of them. And even though Jake Paul's on another level than Rahman, he's not on the level of them boxing-wise. It helped both of them. So we want to say there's weight class and contracts for a reason. Safety. They had to cancel or they would have lost even more money since the event was at MSG. Rahman is unprofessional and full of excuses. Jake needs to plan better next time. I'm going to put nothing but respect. Nothing but respect, brother. You know. The people, man. Salute to everybody up out there, man. You already know, man. Having nothing but a good time, man. Fluence Friday, baby. Jason Taylor, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Parker for the win. This is, I was asking the question who you think will win. Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker. Check out the community board. Parker for the win, more experience, more knockouts, faster hand speed, better foot movement, strong chin. That has been tested by the top 10 heavyweights. More confidence than Joyce. Joyce too slow. Tried to get the 3-fight deal. Said in the interview he was happy that he was fighting a Hummer and not Parker. Also never been in the ring with top heavyweights. His chin only been tested by top 50. His record is bad. His opponent was fat and old, and they coming off of losses. Always open the overhand right. No movement or speed. Parker better IQ, more combos than Joyce. Joyce only jabs. No punch selection. I'm going to say respect. Great breakdown analyst, but still got Joe Joyce stopping Parker 9. It ain't gonna change, and I feel that from the bottom of my heart. There's the reason why I put it there, so y'all can go back and you want to get at me, Jason Taylor said, can't pick a fighter that has improved himself in heavyweights. Brock Reck is there, and Parker has a better record by far. Joyce has never seen never been in a big fight. Strong chin goes by fighting top 10, not top 50. You know you're boxing, but a personal opinion, you better hope Joseph Parker isn't underestimating Joe Joyce like you are. I'm like, the underestimation is the problem. It was the same thing with Daniel Dubois. If Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois happened right now, I think Joseph Parker wins, right? But I think it's a 12-round decision win. So, yeah, I think Joseph Parker has the ability to outbox a guy like Joe Joyce. The thing is, I seen him in the ring with Usyk. You say you've never fought a top 10 guy, and I'm not going to put that there. There's no reason to, because I'm going to clip this just for you, Jason Taylor. I saw him in the ring with Usyk. Yeah, he lost, but he was in the ring with one of the best. So he's saying he never fought nobody. It doesn't even make any sense. He fought Brian Jennings, destroyed him. Sterving, destroyed him. Daniel Dubois, up and coming. And so far, Daniel Dubois is looking like the real deal. Destroyed him. How was Joe Joyce not fighting anyone? Yeah, Parker has fought people. He's done a great job. He fought Anthony Joshua. He lost. He fought Dillian White. Did Joseph Parker beat Dillian White? From what I remember, Dillian White was given the win. Yeah, he beat Derek Chisora. So I understand what you're saying, Jason Taylor, but baby, you already know I'm finna clip this. Because how was there better wins on Joseph Parker's? It's like y'all really just. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that alone. Much respect to you, Jason Taylor. Show some love, man. All right, we're moving up. Zeron. It's the first time he seen Zeron. I'm having a problem. I keep spilling on myself, yo. But Zeron. Puello beats everyone at 140. Will destroy Teofimo. Puello is very good. Southpaw, who has power in both hands. My money is on Puello to beat up Joshua Taylor. I say Josh Taylor in the UK, excuse me. I respect that. Puello is a dog. But he won't beat Taylor or even Prograis. In my opinion, man, I was riding off of this. I remember when Zeron, you know what I'm saying, when I seen this, I was like, okay, Puello might be better than what I remember. I was like, I remember watching him fight, but I don't remember being that nasty, like being that crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then I watched him in his most recent win. He did a great job. He did his thing. You feel me? He got the W. But I was like, ain't no way you gonna tell me he gonna beat Josh Taylor. Ain't no way you finna tell me that he's going to beat Regis Prograis. Ain't no way, because we got new 140s. Apparently, Ryan Garcia is permanently at 140 now. He's not gonna beat Ryan Garcia. So I'm like, get chill. But respect to you, Zeron. You feel me? No respect. Yeah, I know what it is. JCG, in response to one of the little short videos, he said, "What? Ben versus Eubank isn't happening. Excuse me, is happening." I had to respond. I was like, because I basically was talking, making it seem like it wasn't gonna happen. Like, nah, it is gonna happen. I'm just talking my shit. You feel me? This was before the actual fight was announced, so I had a lot of speculation. Salute to Zen, always showing love to the channel. Let's talk about it in the building. Wow, that's sad. That's why people said so. This is in response to some, and also what Zen was talking about. This was in response to Adrian Broner versus Omar Figueroa being canceled. Adrian Broner apparently having mental health issues. Obviously, Omar Figueroa went on to actually end up having his fight. Having his replacement fight with Sergey Lipinets. Ended up being stopped by Sergey Lipinets. Wasn't really the greatest thing in the world. So that is what it is. But this was a very shock. Now, a lot of people don't know it, but this is the case. Adrian Broner is still in camp. He's still doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Still throwing them hands, coming. You know what I'm saying? Showing love and all that good stuff. So I got a number of respect for Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? I was very strong-willed, very opinionated when it came to that particular video because I was heartbroken. I was hurt. I want to see AB back in the ring, but I haven't seen AB in the ring or AB like he used to be in so long at this point. I don't really think he needs to go back to the ring. I just think he needs to be right, get right, make sure his financials is tight, and move and support his family and just have a good life. You feel me? That's how I feel. So, all right, we're going to go back to this. Let's move up. CT went on to say, I don't know if it's mental health or just out of shape, but to pull out on a Monday, the first day or fight week, makes it fishy. That's when all the training and hard work is done. He has the final pressure weigh in, then the big fight, but then that makes me think maybe that was a lot of stress also. Salute to CT. Appreciate you showing love, family. Tito Ortiz, the one and only. He said, Broner seems like a front runner to me. Now that he isn't, he used to be. Okay, now that he isn't what he used to be, his cocky persona isn't justified anymore, and that's a tough pill to swallow. Oh man, that's some heavy shit to say right there. I don't necessarily agree with that when it comes to Adrian Broner, but I can see why you see. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan. I'm biased when it comes to Broner, so I understand what he's saying. If you're not necessarily a big fan of Broner from the outside looking in, but me personally, I got nothing but love for Broner. But damn, that's tough. Appreciate you, T.D. Ortiz, responding, or commenting and saying what you're saying. Oh, this is when I did the 7.5 miles, and Xavier Zaxkaver came at me because he did more. Salute to you, though, man. Keep putting the work. Christopher Martinez. And remember what this is about? I'm just saluting the people. I want to encourage you guys to keep commenting, keep showing love. You feel me? Christopher Martinez showing the fire emojis. Appreciate you, broski. Oh, let me get the love. I didn't put the love emoji. Much love. Dub right side. Nothing but love. Salute to you, man. You always be showing love when you come in, you know, saying building the chat. Zen, you already know what it is. You feel me? That's when I say the young nigga, you feel me, from getting his teeth stomped out. I was feeling myself. Had a whole lot of bad days after that. You think good karma makes your week better, you know? Anyway. Lolo and Kite. Hope I'm saying that right. He educated me on the reason why Andrew Tabiti versus James the Beast Wilson was happening instead of him versus Tyrone Spong. I was really looking forward to that. I was on the main card of Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2. Andrew Tabiti did end up knocking out, or at least TKOing the Beast, James the Beast Wilson. But damn, I can't find no footage of it. I've been looking everywhere just to see how the fight went, or a full fight. I can't find it anywhere. It's like, damn, is this a fairy tale? So they educated me on that when it came to Lola Winke. And then Guy K went ahead and followed that up. So salute to you, Guy K. I'm showing y'all, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing but love, man. I really appreciate when y'all, you know what I'm saying, comment on the channel. Troy Taylor, man, this is one of the best comments in a minute. Laugh my ass off. This aged too well. This was in reference to Luke Rockhold being the best to ever do it. This is before Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold happened. And I remember I filmed this particular video maybe like 4 years ago. And it was it was right before Luke Rockhold basically took a 3-year layoff. It was when he fought Jan. And he got KO'd into oblivion. I said, man, he's going to be the best ever. He's going to recover from the KO. And he's going to beat John Jones, man. He's going to be a champion. But he ended up not fighting again for 3 years. And the next fight was against Costa. So Troy Taylor did a good job of putting Laugh My Ass Off this age well. And he's not wrong. But at the same time, I did a little bit come on top because it's like, well, Luke Rockhold went out like a motherfucking G on his last fight. So, yeah, no, he didn't do all the things that I said in the video, but the title is correct. He's not the best to ever do it, but he's definitely Hall of Fame. So if you disagree with that, man, you just being biased and disrespectful. This is actually something I want to comment on right here or really say out loud. You know what I'm saying? Brother Goodwin said, so who are you watching come October 15th? The Wilder comeback or Devin Haney versus Kambosos 2? I said I'll be watching both. Going to have the 2-screen action going on. Laugh my ass off. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say salute. So salute to you, Brother Goodwin. And salute to anybody else who's commented on the channel and part of BlakGooseTV family, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I'm fluenced. It's 11 o'clock, man. I got some good food. You feel me? I got the steak, all that good stuff. But we're going to keep rocking because we got a lot of things we want to talk about, man. We got a lot of things we want to talk about. When it gets to, I'm thinking to myself, when it gets to 45 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. So if anybody wants to come in here and talk their shit, have their own opinion, whatever it is. I don't know if I'm going to wait that long. I may wait that long. I'm just that type of nigga because I'm really enjoying these comments, man. Y'all be educated, specific, pinpoint. I love it. Let's go. Rolling up. All right, this is coming from, and this what's crazy is I went through so many good comments. This right here is where I really wanted to start. I wanted to start the comments from right here because I was like, nah, the other ones is too old. I'm happy right when we like, and that's why I love doing this, man. This is why I love going live sometimes. Like when you do like the videos before live, you can fix it or you try and make it seem like what shit right. When it's live, it's like, nigga, this is the feeling. So I'm happy. I saluted to all the BlakGooseTV family members before that I wasn't able to shout out. That's, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go. This is in response to Vasily Lomachenko versus Jermaine Ortiz is official for October. I put a question mark, but that's most likely what we're going to see. Lomachenko versus Jermaine Ortiz in October. We're also going to see Devin Haney versus Kambosos 2 in October. And the goal is basically to have Lomachenko versus Devin Haney happen next year. Lomachenko versus Jermaine Ortiz is something, Lomachenko to get back into the groove of things, have a little dust off fight. Jermaine Ortiz happens to be undefeated as well. And his last win was by a very impressive KO. So this is coming from Jester. Hopefully I'm saying that right. GSTR. Salute to you, brother. Hopefully you're part of the BlakGooseTV family. If you're not, man, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and show some love. Ortiz is really tough. And to face this guy and to come back after his stint in the war speaks to Loma's character. And yet people lie and say he's fighting this guy instead of Haney. They know Haney's tied up in the Kambosos fight. It's just plain hatred. I'll say this right now to you, Jester. If anybody's saying that Lomachenko is avoiding Haney, they stupid. They ain't paying attention to the sport. That fight contractually just can't happen. Not now, because the contract that Devin Haney signed was that if George Kambosos loses and he reactivates the rematch clause, there's nothing anybody can do about it, including Loma, Bob Arum, and Devin Haney. So anybody who's saying that, they're just not paying attention. That's some dumb shit. So I'm like, I got a number of respect for you, brother. But if anybody's trying to tell you that, it really be on some they on some bullshit for real. So I'm not going to read. Oh, well, I guess I should read my comment back so we know what Candace is really referring to. I said, great comment. For some reason, I feel like I got some dislike on this video because I acknowledge Loma is fighting a tough opponent. When I realized Ortiz was the guy who made Herman retire, it changed my entire perspective. This would be a great fight, and I can't wait for it. Cannons went on to say, BlakGooseTV, Loma is fighting his sparring partner. So I'm going to respond. I'm going to say, Ortiz is Loma's sparring partner. Educate me. I had no idea. He seems like a solid contender. I should probably put up and coming. I had a weird flashback right now when I used to go to college and I used to wait for classes. You feel me? To start, and you had to wait outside and you had your books and your backpack. That shit was trash. Goddamn. Ortiz is Loma's sparring partner. Educate me. I had no idea. He seems like a solid up and coming contender. And that's real. There's no sarcasm. Whenever I respond to y'all, I don't do sarcasm in comments for these because you can't. Like, I'm really asking. I want to keep things very clear and concise and precise. You feel me? The same way y'all doing, the same way y'all be dropping, the way y'all drop comments. They're just, man, it's educational on another level, man. Y'all boxing knowledge. I love it, man. I be just feeling like, man, when it comes to Black Goose TV family, man, we just got the best boxing knowledge. You feel me? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not part of it, you know? Brooklyn 560. Salute to you, brother, man. You've been supporting the channel for a little bit now. Glad Wilder is back. Heavyweight is born without him. Gotta put, I agree, brother. In a great time when it comes to heavyweight boxing. Absolute amazing time. Like that's no cap, not even close. You feel me? Brooklyn 560, underrated content. Thank you, brother. I said, man, I just want to show nothing but love to the family. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to keep dropping comments. I'm gonna get, you know, I know I've been slacking when it comes to the or not slacking, but I just ain't been, you know, I ain't been consistent when it comes to the responding comments. But I was giving y'all the other content, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? I was dropping other stuff. So make sure y'all check those out too. Keep Boomerang. And I actually love this. I'm happy I got to this point because I'm definitely gonna clip this part for show. But this was in response to Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yarde being canceled due to Beterbiev having an injury. You feel me? And I was like, me personally, I was like, this fight's probably not even going to happen. If it does, they're going to push it back so crazy where, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden now we talking about somebody else having a chance at him, or Dimitri Bivol versus Ramirez already happened. So Beterbiev's like, I can fight him, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But just coming from KE Boomerang, or it's K Boomerang. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, one of the two is right. Salute to you. I appreciate you commenting for real. Excuse me, my bad. Allergies crazy. My bad. But he said translation basically to the article. He's saying he's really just putting out there like, ain't no way, you feel me, that he's really injured like that. He's basically saying the knee is cleaned up, 2 weeks of rest. Okay. Artur is already back, and this is quotation marks. So now he's quoting the trainer of Artur Beterbiev. Artur is already back in the gym. I saw in the American media how it was written. They seem to be blowing up the story. He could easily fight in November or December. It's going relatively well. As a coach, it was kind of me pushing the date back to be sure. Ramsey said, we've gone more gradual. Right now, we started strength training. He's been doing basic boxing drills. When we get into the intensive zone, we'll see what it looks like. Right now, we're excited. Mark Ramsey to the Journal de Montreal and TVA. Beterbiev will beat so easy, Yarde. You will delete all your videos on Yarde. So I'm gonna be 100 with brother. You know what I'm saying? I say I respect that. I really do. But I will always support Yarde. When Arthur got a bogus win, and I said it was bogus, I got a lot of hate, and Yarde came back and put that man to sleep. I have confidence that Arthur and his team will do everything they can to avoid or duck Yarde. I stand by that. So I say I respect that. He can put L's. He put something. I really do, but I always support Yarde. Well, yeah, it was because it was Arthur Lennon. When Arthur got a bogus win, I said it was bogus. I got a lot of hate. Yarde came back and put that man to sleep. I have confidence that Arthur and his team will do everything they can to avoid a duck Yarde. I'm gonna stand by that. Why? I'm gonna stand by that, man. I got the allergies going crazy, but I'm gonna stand by that. His snipers flew. Salute to you, his snipers, Trinidad Herrera. That's my guy, man. For real, man. Nothing but love. Nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love, man. Y'all support the channel for real, for real. It's nothing but love, for real. Let's talk about another one, man. Nothing but love when it comes to Wow Upset. Yes, this was the Washington Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. If y'all don't know, man, we had the Fluence Lounge going crazy. You feel me? But me and Zen have a tendency when shit get boring and we think we know what's going to happen, it's predictable, we might cut this shit off. Cut. We've missed probably like 3, like probably viral KOs doing that. And this was one of them. We're never doing it again. Every single fight we go live for, we going all the way to the end. It will be look bored as fuck. And that's coming down to this weekend as well, because we got a crazy MMA card, which we gonna get into. Whole lot of shit we gonna get into. But this has all been about y'all family members. So we 35 minutes in. Like I said, we're gonna go 40, 45 minutes, all comments, all talking to you. Y'all bear with me. All of a sudden, my allergies want to act up. The nose want to get stiffy. My allergy, like I said, stiffy, stuffy. You know what I'm saying? My allergies is crazy. Allergies have money. You can't do nothing about it. But anyways, I want to salute to the people. Much love to people. Let's go. So let's talk about Said It. Wow, upset week. He reps the UK, but he's the first Jamaican, but he didn't even mention nothing about it. Shaking my head. I think it was because he was in the moment. He let his feelings do the talking. And let's be honest. His post-fight speech, one of the most iconic post-fight speeches I ever heard. I think it was because he was in the moment. He let his feelings do the talking. Let's be honest. His post-fight speech was one of the most. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Sometimes I got to read it back because I just want to make sure I typed exactly what I was saying. Because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you type some, you be saying the shit in your head and you type it. It's like, damn, I ain't even, it's not what I wanted. Anyway, let's talk about Said upset in the making. Very lucky. I would have bet the house on a rematch. Facts. I don't know. See how Usman can rebound from a nasty KO like that. A lot of people don't realize it's like, it's interesting, like, because y'all probably don't believe me, like, oh, you want to say this now? Leon Edwards was gonna win and all that stuff. I already posted the video where I predicted Leon Edwards to win. I didn't predict him to win by KO, but I thought he was gonna win. But yeah, Usman, his championship run is very impressive. His undefeated streak is very impressive because he was undefeated and then he got the belt. But people don't realize that Leon Edwards was on just as long as a winning streak. So it's like, you don't put that into perspective. People, you know, marketing is such a genius thing that if I put a gold belt around somebody, you think what he's done is more impressive than the other because he has a gold belt. That may be true. It may not be true. Depends on how many eyes is on the situation. I understand you could argue it left and right. You could argue it up and down. But in reality, Leon Edwards was on just as much as a winning streak or just as long as a winning streak as Usman. And we did not give him credit for that because we said, oh, wow, during that winning streak, you never were allowed to have an opportunity to fight for the belt. And that's marketing. You do the same thing in any combat sports. You feel me? It's not just UFC MMA. So all right, so we 38 minutes in. We're going to go about 42 minutes. I'm going to drop the link. So if anybody wants to join, they're going to be able to join up in this joint. And then I'm going to actually switch and transition over to the UFC MMA side of the game. We're going to talk about Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson happening instead of Nate Diaz versus Khamzat Chimeav. We're also going to talk about Kevin Holland having to fight Khamzat Chimeav instead of having to fight Daniel Rodriguez. We're going to get into all that. So we're 38 minutes in. Well, I'm not through all the comments, but we're not going to go through all the comments. Like I said, we're going to go through about 40 to 42 minutes of the comments. So we got a couple more we're going to get through. Once I'm through that, I'm dropping the link in the actual comment section. So if you guys want to join in, talk about something, have topics, we're going to be able to do that. And we're just going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have some fun. Then we're going to switch over to the MMA side of the game. Okay. So about 3 to 4 minutes more of comments, boxing, and then we're going to switch over to the MMA side of the game. And then also I'm going to drop the link so you guys can join if you want to join and you guys want to put your opinion in as well. And if you guys have any topics you want to talk about right now or anything you guys want to say, have fun in the comment, you know what I'm saying, section. You know, that's what it's for. That's what the chat's for. But this is your response. Salute to you, one foe, nothing but love. He said, nope, Ortiz would even sleep Ennis. Knock it off. So one foe believes that Virgil Ortiz would knock out Ennis because I said, can Jerron Boots Ennis beat Earl Spence Jr. if they were to fight? And he got very upset. And I'm going to put, I disagree. I do not think Ortiz is better than Ennis. I'm gonna put in my personal opinion. Because you gotta do that, man. I don't want to be trying to act like anything I'm saying is facts. I'm just like, that's a bold statement. If you think Ortiz can knock out Boots in this, it is what it is. I respect it. That's cool. But I'm But one foe, appreciate you commenting once again, man. Please keep commenting on the channel. Everybody that I've I've gotten pretty far. I'm actually proud of myself. I'm 40 minutes in. We've done nothing but comments. Everybody that I'm saying that I responded to, or everybody that I mentioned, please keep commenting on the channel. Keep showing love. I really appreciate y'all. I know I may have been late for some of the comments, but I promise you I'm gonna acknowledge them at some point, because this channel wouldn't be nothing without y'all. So I appreciate y'all for real. So I'm gonna do a couple more, and then we're gonna go ahead and shift gears. Let's go. I like that. Let's go 4 more, then we're gonna shift gears into the next topic. Okay, so UPT boys. In response to Eddie Hearn is the reason for Demetrius Andrade being ducked. He said, yet he ducked Janibek, but a sad ass boxer. Canelo was right all along. Horrible fighter. Payday. I gotta respond. He did. Okay, let me say this. Why would he duck in a smaller, undefeated, older fighter, Janibek, when he was going to fight a bigger, younger, undefeated KO artist and Zach Parker, which is still on the table, by the way. So I said, why would he duck a smaller, undefeated, older fighter in Janibek or Janibek? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure specifically how to say it. When he was going to fight, let me make that right, to fight a bigger, younger, undefeated KO artist in Zach Parker, which is still on the table, by the way. I should have put question marks. I'm not yelling. I just feel passionate. Nothing but love. It's crazy that people are saying that he's ducking Janibek. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, Zach Parker is younger than Janibek, bigger than Janibek, has more fights than Janibek, and that's who he's looking to fight. Salute to you, Clement Italian Mui. I probably said that wrong and butchered it, but nothing but love. Appreciate you watching. And Sniper, I was working to stop in, leave that like, but I already knew Diaz was finna win. No hesitation at all. You did. You had that right, as always, man. So this is the last one. I'm going to go for the respondents to the comments. The boob is 14. And I'm not even going to respond. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to show love to you, brother. Andrade chooses the best move for him at the time by signing with Eddie Hearn. Eddie had the 2 biggest names at middleweight, Canelo and Triple G, and the BJ Saunders fight lined up. I already know this brother knows what he's talking about. All 3 were champions. Not only was Andrade getting paid, but he had the 3 biggest names all within reach. Name another promoter that had that. Would you have not taken that opportunity? It's not his fault that one of those fighters for the drug test and the other 2 refused to fight him. The rule of sanctioning bodies are easily manipulated. Depending on who the fighter is, they make to break the rules. I said I wasn't going to respond. I'm responding. My brother, you know your boxing. Not too many people can understand or comprehend the things you just explained. Salute to you. My brother, you know your boxing. Not too many people can understand or comprehend the things you just explained. Salute to you. That's nothing but respect. A lot of people don't give Demetrius Andrade this space. They don't even see it that way. They don't even understand it that way. So what I'm gonna do right now is this was the best last. The boob is 14. Appreciate you. Hopefully you part of the family for real. But you know, you know. All right, so this is what we finna do. All right. So salute to the comments. Salute to my people. Salute to everybody up there. Salute to family. Nothing but a good time. Nothing but a good time. Fluencefridays, baby. We on a different type of game, man. We ain't on the boxing side of the game. We on the MMA side of the game. We talking about this upcoming card, man. So look, I'm finna pull it up. I'm finna pull it up. But I'm trying to figure out specifically what I do want to pull up. I kind of want to pull up the weigh-ins and all that good stuff. But I don't want to do like the weigh-in straight from the beginning. I kind of think that would be the best thing to do. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pull some weigh-ins. Y'all don't even know I need a breath and break like a mud. But I'm being cool. Man. You gotta be able to survive. You gotta be able to withstand the storm. You feel me? So we finna do the or should I do the Nate Diaz? Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put on the Nate Diaz interview just for a little bit, and then we're gonna switch over to the weigh-ins. How about that? So let's do that. I don't know. I'm moving around and stuff because I gotta use the bathroom. And you know, y'all niggas will talk shit. Like, you always gotta get that. I drink a lot of water.
Diaz.
All right, I'll be right back, yo.
How's it feel to be in Vegas? How's it feel to be 1 week away from the fight?
It feels like it has many of times.
Yeah. It still feels like when you were 16 and you were doing this with your brother and he was sending you in the Nick Diaz army, like now you're mega fight, pay-per-view, celebrities coming to Las Vegas, but it still feels the same?
Feels like a fight week of hell, just like always.
Yeah. So why are you still doing it?
It's what I knew. It's what's been happening.
Mm-hmm.
It don't feel right if it's not happening.
Yeah. What about just being in Vegas again? I couldn't believe it had been 6 years. 6 years since you've been here. Last time I was here was you and Connor and the water bottle incident.
That was my last fight here in Vegas.
That was your last
That's
fight
what
in Vegas.
Somebody, Eli just told me that. I didn't even think about it. I've been here for a bunch of other people's fights on my team and just watching, so I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Because we fought in LA, Arizona,
in Madison Square Garden.
New York. Yeah, Madison Square Garden. But what you talking about? Madison Square Garden.
Obviously, a lot of talk about how this is
Creme de la creme. They said creme de la creme.
Is it? I mean, I would look at something like this. You probably don't, but poetic that like you won the Ultimate Fighter down to the Palms. You've had some of the biggest moments of your career in Las Vegas, and now final fight on the UFC contract at T-Mobile. Does it feel right?
Yeah. Remember when I Donald Cerrone here on New Year's, and who fought on that? The main event was Brock Lesnar and
that was a Brock Lesnar fight.
It was Brock Lesnar and Overeem, I think.
I thought
Is that who it was?
I thought it was Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar. Am I
No,
wrong?
that was I fought on that card too another time. But Cerrone fight was on that Brock Lesnar card.
Weren't you at the press conference where Chuck
Remember
Liddell announced?
I pushed Cerrone and smacked his hat, and then Brock Lesnar and then we're sitting there acting all cool.
Do you think about some of the moments of your UFC career now that it is like at a crossroads? You don't know what's going to happen with the UFC.
Well, I just did when you mentioned it.
But normally you're not.
Yeah, well, my whole life's in this, and I've been in it the whole time, so it doesn't never go away. It's just what it is, kind of. Yeah, I guess it's on. If everything feels like the other day.
So it all feels the same throughout your career. It feels like you've been doing the same thing, really. Even though you've had ups and downs, and you've had high moments, you've had contracts, things, you've had things going on with the UFC. It just feels like it's kind of been steady the whole time.
Yeah, well, with the high moments, you could expect the low moments coming. With the low moments, you could expect the high moments coming. So they don't ever stop regardless. So it all feels like since I was 17, 18, everything feels like it was in the same month, but it's over a longer period of time than that.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right there before we get into some other things. Look, a lot of stuff we got to talk about, man. A lot of stuff we're gonna get into, man. Tonight, I should say, a little bit different when it comes to Fluencefridays. Make sure if y'all here for the comments, you know what I'm saying? Y'all check out the first 42 minutes. That was just for y'all. And y'all already know I'm gonna clip shit up just for y'all, man. Show love when it comes to this, but we ain't on the boxing heavy side of the game, man. We gonna be on the MMA side of the game. UFC to be specific, you feel me? Because we have one of the biggest cards coming, or I should say, we have one of the. Well, it's not even really one of the biggest cards. Let me actually rephrase everything. It's actually one of the most controversial pay-per-view cards, at least me personally, that I've witnessed. You know what I'm saying? That I've watched unfold in a long time. And part of me, something deep down inside, I want to say it's all planned out. They knew this is what they were gonna do from day one. But there's also questions that you can put into place and say, well, how can you say that's what they were planning to do from day one when other things don't really make sense? We're gonna get into all that. You feel me? We're going to get in all that. We're going to discuss it. So first and foremost, let me pull some things up for you, man. Let me pull some things up. But I also want to say, man, hit the like button, show some love. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't liked. I don't understand. Comment, you feel me? Oh, and this is what we finna do too. Let me do this even before I even pull something up, man. We passed that 45-minute mark. So I know it's been a little scarce because we're not on the boxing side of the game. If I was talking boxing, y'all would be up in here. But I don't care, man. We're on the MMA side of the game. I got the link up in here. Hopefully somebody comes up in here. They bold enough to hop into the chat, show some love, man. Don't come late either. You know what I'm saying? When niggas don't want to talk about shit no more. But you know what I'm saying? Show some love. So, all right, what we going to get into? I want to show the fight hype video first of them covering it. Just kind of giving a breakdown of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? The event was going on. So I'm gonna put that up for the people real quick. Salute to everybody. Happy Friday as always. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's Friday's been amazing. Mine's been good, man. It's still early. Seems like it's later, but it's early, man. Nothing but love. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull this up for you guys. Give a quick breakdown from the fight hype side of the game when it comes to Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. Originally supposed to be Nate Diaz versus Khamzat Chimeav. Let's get it. It's a little loud. I'm gonna turn that down though. No reason for that corny ass music. So as you can see, Dana White announced live on Instagram that Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson will now headline UFC 279 with Khamzat Chimeav versus Kevin Holland as the co-main event. It's crazy, right? Okay, so here. Let's,
about what transpired here. There had been some rumors, talk that Chimeav had a medical issue that led to him being overweight. What have you heard in that regard?
Yeah, no. So what happened was he was cutting weight. If you saw him yesterday, he was very, very lean already, and he should have come in on weight. He started to cut weight, and he started locking up and cramping and all the things that happen when you're bad, that are from a bad cut. And unlike 10 years ago when we were doing this, they call in, we send a doctor up, and the doctor determines whether he should keep cutting weight or not. And the doctor told him he shouldn't. So we jumped on this morning, and the new card now, we have Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, and Khamzat Chimeav will fight Kevin Holland, and Leach will fight Rodriguez.
So with that being said, it's an interesting matchup for a couple of reasons here up and down this card.
Real quick, I do want to say this. The reason why I feel like I feel like this isn't brand new news when it comes to the UFC organization, ESPN. I feel like they knew ahead of time that Khamzat Chimeav wasn't going to make the weight. You know what I'm saying? With varying reports saying that someone saw him the night before the weigh-in, just eating, drinking, having a good time, to a supposed brawl that happened that canceled the press conference, but we still haven't seen any footage that just came out. But, there's been a lot of talk. It's just interesting to me that all this comes into play. And I see a guy like Dana White who I've never seen him in a way justify a sense for a fighter to miss weight. I've never seen that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Show me a time where he's done that. A lot of times criticizing your professionals is part of the game, blah, blah, blah. This is the first time I ever seen him justify someone missing weight. And he said, this isn't 10 years ago. Nowadays, we have doctors come in, and if you can't make the weight, they say, hey, don't keep cutting weight. You won championship now, Dana White? I've never heard that. But that's just my little, 1-2 when it comes to that. Let's continue.
Starting with the main event, because as I mentioned earlier, Nate Diaz, only one fight remaining under his UFC contract, an OG in the game, a fan favorite. He's the guy that can headline, obviously, a pay-per-view card against another OG in Tony Ferguson, a matchup that a lot of fans have wanted to see forever, but never transpired. Your take on the fact that that's the fight you end up with?
See that smile, boy?
Yeah, it's crazy. Listen, it's not by coincidence that we stack guys the same weight on the same card in case anything goes wrong.
Hey, no coincidence.
But yeah, it worked out. Obviously, when something like this happens, you got guys who have trained for another guy for a long time, and so getting these guys to agree to different fights can be a little tough sometimes. But we got them all done. They're locked in. I will be at the weigh-ins in 45 minutes, and we will be squaring these guys off. Nate Diaz and Tony, like you said, the fans have wanted to see this one forever.
This nigga is so
it's gonna
excited.
happen now before
Look how
Nate
happy
leaves
he
the
is.
UFC. And yesterday there was a lot of questions about what happened. Kevin Holland and Khamzat Chimeav actually got into it yesterday backstage. Ironically, they will now fight, and Saturday.
Hey, didn't Dana White say yesterday or the other day when he was getting interviewed, I'm not going to detail what happened in the backstage. Y'all don't need to know about that. Khamzat Chimeav and Kevin Holland happened to get into a fight yesterday, and ironically, now they're going to fight. You want me to believe all this shit is just perfect timing. All of this shit just lines up with the gods. And if you want me to believe that, then I will expect some bullshit to happen tomorrow. Ain't no way this shit is just seeming this perfect. There got to be some bullshit. And I don't want to wish that upon anything because we're going to be going live. We're going to be watching this, but still. Come on now. This shit, come on. This is God's plan.
Night and Leach versus Rodriguez is also a fun fight. So it literally couldn't have played out any better.
Absolutely.
That's what I was going to ask you about the Holland Chimeav fight, because it was the dust up between those two that led to the press conference being canceled yesterday, and all of a sudden now you get those two guys in the octagon and at pretty much the same weight, because Kevin Holland was going to fight Rodriguez at 180 catch weight, and of course he waited.
Isn't that a just absolute convenience for perfection? Well, Daniel Rodriguez versus Kevin Holland was a catch weight, even though it doesn't make sense for it to be a catch weight because they both fight at 170. But there was rumors saying, oh, Daniel Rodriguez wasn't ready for it and he was injured. And when has Rodriguez ever had a weight issue? When has he ever missed weight? I don't know, man. Conspiracy theorist flew.
At 179.5, and you had Chimeav at 178.5. Matchup maybe it was destined to be the whole time.
And both fights will be 5 rounds. The co-main event is 5 rounds. The main event is 5 rounds.
Well, Dana, we appreciate the time. And again, we have a shuffle atop the UFC 279 card. Tony Ferguson against Nate Diaz. Khamzat Chimeav will take on Kevin Holland. And Lee versus Rodriguez in the fight to precede those two. The main event here at UFC 279.
Look how happy he looks. It's almost like he wants to just be like, but he's like, I got to contain it. I got to act like this wasn't supposed to happen. I got to act like I'm surprised by all this happening, but I could just feel the energy. He's trying to contain the happiness because I'm not even gonna lie to you. This card is way better than what it was before. Everyone was gonna watch Chimeav versus Diaz because they were gonna hope Diaz would upset Chimeav. Let's be honest. That was gonna be the case, right? Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez, fun fight, but doesn't really mean anything for the rankings. Lee versus Tony Ferguson. We would all watch that because we hope that Tony Ferguson doesn't get caught with a big hand from Lee, even though we love Lee Jingliang. You didn't have the chance. And by the way, the reason why I'm saying his name multiple times because I was disrespectful earlier and I didn't say it right. Lee Jingliang. I remember. So it was kind of like a lot of the fights that we were going to be watching originally was like, we're watching it, but we're watching it because we're hoping for something. Now we have a banger of a card. Let's talk about it. Like now it's crazy. I'm not even gonna talk about like because there's you know what I'm saying. Ian Cutabella versus Johnny Walker ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. That's a good fight. But we're talking about the 3 last fights of the card. It's like you can't miss those because now we're in a position where there's a what if factor in every fight. Rodriguez versus Lee Jingliang, there's a what if factor. Lee Jingliang, what if he lands a big hand on Rodriguez? Because Rodriguez does not have one-punch knockout power. Lee Jingliang does. A lot of people are arguing when it comes to the Rodriguez Lee Jingliang fight. It's like, how can this be pre-orchestrated? How can someone plan this when Lee Jingliang, he took a whole weight cut and now he's fighting someone basically 9 pounds over? What you guys don't understand, we have to understand the idea of shape, being in shape. Lee Jingliang is always in shape. Weight cut is nothing for Lee Jingliang. It's not a big deal. He's disciplined. So let me ask you this. Would you rather weigh 10 more pounds than someone that you're going to be in an octagon for 3 rounds taking your head off? Or would you rather be more in shape and more prepared in the 3 rounds? Yes. It's going to be the battle of Lee Jingliang. He's going to be in shape. He's going to be prepared. He's going to have his game plan set versus Daniel Rodriguez, who came in what seems somewhat of a late notice, coming off an injury, can't make a certain weight. So a lot of people are saying this is a really hard fight for Lee Jae Lee. No, Daniel Rodriguez is in a bad position right now. This is not going to be an easy fight. Lee has power, one punch knockout power, and it's like people don't realize that. But that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Lee is coming in the best shape of his life, but Daniel Rodriguez is not. And so, can we spill that same narrative over to the co-main event? That's the question, right? To a sense, no. To an extent, maybe. For the majority, absolutely not. Daniel Rodriguez is coming off an injury and not fighting. So he's someone getting back into the races. Even though he's on a 4-fight win streak, even though he's a goddamn beast, beat Kevin Lee, made him look like a chump. Respect to Kevin Lee. He was supposed to be, amazing. But even with that being the case, there's a lot of difference when it comes to someone like Chimeav, who also dealt with his own struggles going through COVID. At one point, a lot of people forget this. He said he wasn't going to fight again because of all the shit he went through when it came to COVID. So a lot of people, they're very critical when it comes to Khamzat Chimeav and how he acts. But a lot of people, me included, people included, it's the internet age. We're so quick to forget. What have you done for me lately? Chimeav, not long ago, he there was a possibility he may never come back to the sport because of what COVID did to him. So I don't blame him for his antics. I don't blame him for how aggressive he is. I don't blame him for the things he says. Sometimes I do, to myself, I'm like, why are you talking about killing people all the time? But he doesn't really mean it in that sense because the English language, it doesn't resonate the same way with him. Kill was a very strong word in our language. For him, it probably means something else because it translates to something else when it comes to his language. Maybe that is. I'm guessing, perspective, speculating. I don't know if that's true. But with all that being said, I'm not mad or I don't feel a certain way because Chimeav is underestimating or responding or looking at the game in a certain way. The man was about to die because of COVID at some point. Or he thought he was. Or he thought he would never be in the sport again. So he's just embracing the moment. That's how I feel it. About it. And that's what I think is very dangerous for Kevin Holland because I love Kevin Holland. And I'm not no cap, nigga. I don't have to cap. The reason why I appreciate Kevin Holland, one, is because he showcased himself in the octagon. But also, two, he's from San Bernardino County. I grew up in San Bernardino County. You know what I'm saying? He was in Riverside. I was in the desert. That's like a 45-minute drive. So it's like I respect anybody from that. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a hard fight for him because I do believe Chimeav missing weight had nothing to do with him not being able to make the weight. There's a difference. If I truly believe deep down in my heart, Chimeav is having a rough camp, he can't make weight, he's cramping up, damn, this fight ain't going to happen. It'd be different. I'm like, Holland finna but I don't think that's the case. I really do think something was orchestrated where everybody kind of already knew they was going to fight the people they was going to fight. That's why there wasn't a press conference because they probably didn't have faith in some of these guys to act like they were going to fight each other and it wasn't going to happen. I think they kind of like showed face a little bit, allowing Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez to have that press conference because it showed they didn't know who they were really going to fight. But I think at the end of the day, Nate Diaz knew he wasn't going to fight Chimeav. That's why at some points, it felt kind of weird how he was talking. And I think also Chimeav knew he wasn't going to fight Nate. I feel like they both knew they were going to fight each other. I feel like everyone else was out the loop other than Chimeav, Nate Diaz, and the organization. And they knew at the end of the day, most likely we can make shit get done because at the end of the day, what makes money makes sense. And a lot of these other guys that we put into place or where they are, they just want to be seen. You feel me? Think about it. Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez, Legion Lee. You feel me? Tony Ferguson is the only person who's an OG. He don't want to be seen. He don't care about none of this. So they like, let's make him, the main card. Everybody else, they're going to accept the fight. They're going to accept to, be in the position they are because we still working our way up. So it's a genius move. I'm like, nobody can ever tell me or convince me that this shit wasn't orchestrated. This shit wasn't planned. If you're going to try and tell me that, then, fuck out of my face. Ain't no way. But with that being said, I'm excited than a motherfucker for the card. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, I feel like it's gonna be fire. Like, I feel like it's gonna be fire. I'm gonna have a good time. So regardless if I want to try and be like, okay, I feel like this has been pre-planned, this has been predetermined. is happening, and I'm going to be tuned in, and I'm actually more excited for what we got going on for this particular card and the lineup and who's fighting who than I was before. So, all right, with that being said, I'm going to pull up some other shit. All right, this is what I'm going to do. What I really want to do is I want to pull up the weigh-ins, but I'm like, that's going to be too much because I'll probably get flagged on weigh-ins. So I want to do some, let me see if I get some bits. Okay, let's do this. So Khamzat reveals big silence on his huge weight cut. It's come from Excellent MMA, so we're gonna pull that up. Salute to the people. Hopefully y'all having a good time, man. Hopefully y'all having a good time. Y'all come up here, hit the like button, all that good stuff. I'm chilling, man. Fluence Friday. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Tomorrow gonna be a good time. I really can't wait for this card. Like I can be talking as much shit as I want, but I'm like, this card finna be fire, bro. I'm really happy they had to switch it. I really hope Kevin Holland really goes crazy. I want Kevin Holland to win it. And I assume he's gonna lose, but when he does, it's gonna hurt my soul for real. No cap.
Khamzat, not the morning, I'm sure that you wanted. What was the issue with the weight cut?
I don't know. Something was wrong with my body. It's like I want to continue. And come some doctor, somebody called them. So I don't know who was that. So then they stopped. So I couldn't do something. I said I can do it. Like just wait, and that was like 4 o'clock at night. So I had a lot of time. So they didn't let me know. So I said, okay. So what? The guys like already was scared. No organized. They said ask if you would fight, I give him all my money. So he didn't accept that.
So you were told to stop cutting around 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Wow.
What y'all think about that? You believe that?
It was like 4 o'clock at night. So I had a lot of time. So
it's just like he was told to not cut or to stop cutting weight at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like in my head, I'm like, how did this doctor or whatever, you know what I'm saying? How did they know you was cutting at this time? Like that doesn't even make sense to me. You feel me? Like they all of a sudden they knew you was cutting at that time. Like who was made aware of this? You feel? I mean, I'm tripping.
They didn't let me know. So I said, okay. So what? The guys like already was scared. No organized. They said ask if you would
Says
fight,
guys
I give
was
him
already
all my
scared.
money, So he didn't accept that.
So you were told to stop cutting around 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who told him that
back,
though?
it was kind of
Was it
crazy. I had
his
my
guy or was
popcorn
it,
and my
you know what I'm
shades. I was
saying?
kind of interested what's going on.
That doesn't even
Everybody
make
shut
sense
the
to
F
me.
up because nobody was going to do anything, and really nothing really bad happened out there.
Explain.
Security was excellent. Nate, it was funny because
My bad, I'm gonna roll
he
this
was
back a
right
little
there
bit.
because nobody was going to do anything, and really nothing really bad happened out there. Security was excellent. Nate, it was funny because he was right there yelling at somebody, and I go up to him and was like, "Hey, do you want a mint?" I just random, just to kind of be just that guy, and he did his whatever he had to do, and he comes back over. He's like, "Hey, you got a mint?" So it's always being cordial with people. I don't have to hate somebody to go out there and duke it out. So props, man. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, so you guys get exactly.
Could you argue maybe Ferguson getting this fight against Nate Diaz? Like this is a bigger fight than him fighting Khabib. Like, cause we were supposed to have Khabib versus Tony Ferguson 3-4 times, whatever the case may be, and it never happened, right? But with this fight, first Nate Diaz for Tony Ferguson, kind of like, because everyone loves Tony Ferguson, he's a legend of the sport, but this is really his like real like he fought Anthony Pettis. Obviously, that's probably probably the biggest fight of his career, in my personal opinion. I'm talking about skill level. I'm talking about talent wise, not talent wise. Excuse me. I'm talking about popularity wise, social media status wise. Fight Nate, and especially think about if Ferguson beats Nate Diaz. Think about if he submits him in like the second and third round. Think what that would do for Tony Ferguson. Like a lot of people are trying to make this seem like, oh, this is Nate Diaz farewell fight. Tony Ferguson is getting this right. But what if Tony Ferguson really comes in and styles on Nate Diaz? You don't think everything will skyrocket? And also remember this too. This is also why I believe a lot of this is a conspiracy theory, because Tony Ferguson, and I don't know if he's being deluded, or I don't know if he's just talking, I don't know if he's just trying to put something or manifest something. He's continuously talked about the possibility of Khabib coming out of retirement to do an Ultimate Fighter, him versus Tony Ferguson. So if Tony Ferguson beats Nate Diaz in impressive fashion, a finish, you don't think we're gonna see a Tony Ferguson could be Ultimate Fighter? I don't know if that means they fight. I don't know. But I'm just saying, man, a lot of this just seems orchestrated to me, man. Let's not be blind. Let's wake up. Let's remove the shades. Let's remove the covers. No reason to hide. No reason to put your face in the pillow anymore. You're a grown man. Look into the world. See what's actually in front of you. You feel me? These ain't no games. It's real life. Real life scenario.
Cordial with people. I don't have to hate somebody to go out there and duke it out. So props, man. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, so you guys get exactly what you deserve.
Kevin, do you believe it sees all 5 rounds?
Yeah, I don't see myself getting finished. Unless the guy quits like he did on his weight cut, then yeah, should go all 5.
The only person I am worried about, probably because he's from close to where I'm from, like I already said, man, is my guy Holland versus Chimeav. Look, like I said, if I feel like Chimeav really couldn't make the weight, then I'll be in total agree. I'm like, Kevin, this is you. But I don't think there's any reason for me to believe that Chimeav just couldn't make the weight. I think all this shit was orchestrated. It was all planned. So I think we're going to see a full healthy Chimeav fight, a full healthy Kevin Holland, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see, because at the end of the day, we all know what the weakness is when it comes to Holland. It's going to be it's the grappling. But a lot of people they're saying is Chimeav is much bigger than Holland, but Holland naturally fought at 185. Chimeav floats between the two. At the end of the day, Chimeav does appear to be a much stronger fighter than Holland. So it's going to be an interesting fight. Do I think Chimeav can knock out, stop, and finish Holland? That's the scary thing. No, I don't think. And I'm going to say no because he's from the same county as me. So I'm not going to never go against Holland the same way Reyes, any of my guys, Ryan Garcia, none. Hell no. He's not going to get stopped, finished, nothing like that from Chimeav. I don't believe that, not even in the deepest, darkest chambers of my thoughts. But will this be a hard fight for him? Yes. And the reason why I think it's going to be a hard fight for him is because I think this was last minute put on him. I think Chimeav knew he was going to fight someone not named Nate Diaz. I think Holland really thought he was going to fight Rodriguez. He was like, oh, you want me to fight a catchweight against Rodriguez? Okay, I guess that does make sense. He's coming off an injury. I guess he struggles to make weight, even though I never heard him miss a weight. Sure. And now he's fighting Chimeav. So I think it's a setup. But I'm gonna rock with my guy Holland all day, even though I got love for Chimeav, man. He got a lot of, obviously he's the future of the division, but the future of the division is what you think it is until you don't. We saw that with Edwards and Usman. You feel me? By the way, if y'all got anything y'all want to say, man, drop it in the chat. Y'all see I got the link, man. Hop up in here, hit the like button. But okay, we're gonna move on to the next video I got for y'all. Because what I really want to do. Ooh, this is perfect. So I'm gonna do the UFC fighters react to the new card. Let's do that. Salute to Excellent MMA, having the most fierest videos to react to when it comes to the MMA side of the game. Also, there's other channels, but right now, this is what we on. And salute to the people, man. Hopefully, y'all having an absolutely amazing Friday. Y'all enjoying y'all day, and ain't nobody trying to motherfucking disrespect it. But let's go ahead and throw that up there. By the way, if you got anything to say, drop it in the chat. If you got any love, hit the like button. If you ain't part of the family, subscribe. You already know what it is. You feel me? Notification game, so you know whenever I'm dropping anything. Let's get Bilal Muhammad. Hey, I feel like Bilal Muhammad be commenting on everything, bro. Bilal Muhammad be commenting on everything, and I respect it, but it's like he knows, like, you one of the most boring fighters in the division. He knows. Respectfully, but you a beast still. I respect you. Brad Okamoto. Panay Diaz raps to the final fight of his deal. Why y'all make that go so fast? Let's go back. Panay Diaz raps still the final fight of his deal. 5-round main against Tony Ferguson. So it don't change. It's still the final fight of Nate Diaz's deal. Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson for 5 rounds. This is legendary for anybody who watches this sport, man. This is going to be one of the most legendary main events ever. If Kevin Holland gets finished, I'm gonna be hurt. But this main event is okay. It's so legendary. I don't mind if one of my hometown dogs do it, but I don't expect it to happen. Yeah, you know. Hold up, I gotta read that. I know y'all probably read that. Nate Diaz versus T. Ferg and Chimeav versus Holland, both 5 rounders. This got weirdly good, real fast. UFC 279. Y'all know that shit was playing. Billy Quarantillo, did UFC 279 just get better or worse? The GOAT Daniel Cormier said card may be better. That is why the UFC is the best fight company in the game in hours. Not only is the card better, but matchups are real even. Gonna be a fun night. It's crazy because I love the MMA. I love the UFC. I love it all. But whenever the shit seems too good, it ends up being one of the worst time experiences. I really hope this doesn't end up being one of the worst experiences ever, because I'm like, everyone's hyping this card up now. Everyone's excited. Everyone's saying this is going to be the greatest thing alive. A lot of times when we do that, when it comes especially to the UFC, crazy cards that we think was going to be crazy, they end up being lackluster. So I'm hoping this isn't the case, because now with all this hype, all the crazy shit, I'm pretty sure it's going to do big numbers. But will it impress us? Will it make us want to keep watching? Will we be satisfied? Will it live up to the expectations? Because now the expectations went from about here to way the fuck up here. That is poetic justice. They were saying that was supposed to be the fight to make, though. Let's be real. It's not that crazy about it. Mr. Paulo predicted this. Look. That's the only thing we missing is Paulo Costa in this joint. Real. What y'all think? He's saying show Kevin Holland. It's gonna be Holland love. What y'all think? You think he deserve it? I think he do. The thing is we got fighters on this particular card where it's like, if you present something to them, ain't no way they finna be like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Like, ain't no way. Like, you got particular fighters on this joint, but it's like, this is what we finna have? Like, I'm really excited for this tomorrow, man. I'm really excited for this particular. It's crazy because the way that Khamzat Chimeav reacted to him missing weight, and he was like, no, it's all good. We straight, middle fingers, all that good stuff. You never really see that in the sport. A lot of people, man, like, think about when Yoel Romero missed weight and he almost beat Robert Whittaker, and people just criticize him and talk shit and say, who cares? You wouldn't even want to belt anyways. And now we're at a point in the sport where it's like, we got to advance. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is what we fuck with. This is what you fuck with. And that's why it was very interesting to hear from Dana White talk about, 10 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to have a doctor come in and say, you can't cut weight no more. We make the best decision. I'm not saying you're not wrong. I agree. Everything advances. But this is the first time I ever heard you talk about it advancing. It's the first time I ever heard you talk about in a positive light, that a doctor came in and told the fighter to stop cutting. You like, man, stop cutting. We're going to figure this out. You good. You know what I'm saying? Is this going to be something that's going to be a consistent treatment? Or is it something that's just here for the moment? That's the question. In my personal opinion, no disrespect at all. I want to salute to the people, man. Happy Friday, Fluencefridays as always, man. I'm having nothing but a good time. I'm chilling. If y'all up in here, man, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, have any topics, man, go ahead, hit that link. Y'all can drop in. Y'all can drop something in the chat. We still on the UFC side of the game. Game. So salute to everybody up out there. All right, so this is what I want to do next. We got a Khabib response that I can talk to, or excuse me, I can respond to, or at least do a reaction. My bad, I'm over the place. We definitely got to do the Khamzat Chimeav Kevin Holland face off. We got to do that. So we're gonna do a couple of those. So that's 3 things we're gonna definitely do. But before we get to those, because those are short responses. So what I actually want to do, I'm going to see if I can get the face-offs happening. And we can throw the face-offs going and give me a little break. You feel me? I want to salute to the people, though. This is where we're going to be at. Oh, this is perfect. It's perfect. We're going to throw these joints on. Hopefully everybody having a good time, man. Everyone, you know what I'm saying, chilling. Hit the like button. Hit the like. That was me with a beautiful voice. Having a good time, man, on a Friday night, man. I'm going to have to be up early tomorrow, but who cares? You got to live in the moment, man. You got to appreciate everything that you're giving. You feel me? Even ain't what you think it is. All right, so we about to be on the now I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit. Oh, they still got my guy fighting. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Ian Cutabella would be a good point, but we're gonna go past it. This is the perfect part right here. We're gonna be here with it. Y'all can't see what I'm talking about, but I'm about to pull it up for y'all, so don't even worry. He's like, what is he talking about? All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go take me a little 5 minute. Well, probably not 5. That's a long ass time. Probably like 2 minutes. You feel me? Hopefully the music don't end up doing some bullshit. All right, so we got the
official weight 179 for D-Rod.
got the weigh-ins happening right here. I don't like how blurry that is. Try to make that a little better for you. All right, it's a little bit better. All right, so I'm gonna have that for y'all. I'm gonna be right back. You feel me? Like I said, I'm gonna go about 2 hours plus. We'll keep having some fun. After this, we're gonna go into some of the responses when it comes to everything going on. Then, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna chill it out, in and out, but enjoy some of these weigh-ins.
Official weight 170.5 for the Leech. Daniel Rodriguez and Lee Jingliang, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the co-main event of the evening. This is a catchweight fight at 180 pounds. Khamzat Chimeav versus Kevin Holland. Official weight 179.5 for the Trailblazer. And his opponent, Khamzat Chimeav. Official weight 178.5. I'm here with Kevin Holland, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Holland, a wild turn of events, a lot of crazy antics backstage, and it leads to this. Give us your thoughts on how all this went down.
Hey, man, it all happened for good reason, but all these guys claiming they're gangsters, they're not gangsters. They wear makeup for the HD cameras, and that's as simple as it is.
Kevin, is this a better fight for you?
Fuck no, but it's going to be a fun one.
Good for you, sir. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Kevin Holland, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm here with Khamzat Chimeav. Khamzat, the obvious question, first of all, is about the weight. How did you miss weight by that much?
They stopped that shit. I don't know. I want to more continue that shit. Hey, this is Chimeav, motherfucker. Shut it up, guys. I'll fuck you boy up. I fucking backstage as well.
What are your thoughts about this fight moving from the Diaz fight to now you fighting Kevin Holland because of the weight loss?
I don't care. I want to smash everybody. I come here to fuck everybody. No, I'm gonna take it over now.
All right. Well, good luck to you, sir. We'll see you tomorrow night. Khamzat Chimeav, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. In the welterweight division, Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson.
Turn this up a little bit for you. I just feel like they probably gonna flag the music or something.
The welterweight division, official weight 171 for El Kakui. And his opponent, Nate Diaz.
Telling y'all, man. It's gonna be a fire ass car, man. It's like a OG reunion, man. Legends, man. It's like taking me back. Jesus, time flies. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the old days no more.
Official weight 171.
Despite what people have been saying, man, I think Diaz looks in good shape. Looks like he gained a lot of muscle mass. He's not as lean as he was against Leon Edwards, but it looked like he bulked up, thinking he was gonna fight Chimeav. So. You know, against Leon Edwards, he would have to go 5 rounds. And I think he knew against Chimeav, he would have to put a little weight on. That's what I think with the different physiques, you know.
Tony, this is a wild turn of events. Give us your thoughts on now being in the main event and how this all goes down tomorrow.
Grab your fucking popcorn and blue slushies, motherfuckers, because we're gonna have some fun.
Good luck to you, sir. I can't wait to watch Tony Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. Nate, a lot of wild things went down to lead up to this. Give us your thoughts on this and how it all transpired.
Tony's been around a long time. We should have fought a long time ago. Khabib's bitch ass was afraid of him, just like this bitch ass motherfucker was afraid of me yesterday. We punked his bitch ass in the back here, and now he don't know how to make weight. You know what I'm saying? You guys already know what it is. Real G's come from California, America, motherfucker.
Nate Diaz, ladies and gentlemen. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you all for coming out. We'll see you all tomorrow night.
Great times. Oh, I ain't mad at it. Ain't mad at it. I think it's gonna be a good time. Like me personally, I think it was all orchestrated. I think this was the plan from the beginning. I don't think anybody should act like this is something coming out of the blue. Oh, just so happened that Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson is happening, and Holland just decides to agree to a fight against Chimeav, who's the next up and comer, and you know, I ain't even prepared for him. And I'm okay with fighting a guy who's 9 to 8 pounds heavier than me, and Daniel Rodriguez. Like, come on. Either people got heavily compensated, right? Either they got heavily compensated, or this was planned from the get-go. Now, me personally, like I said earlier, it was planned from the top. I think Nate Diaz versus Chimeav they knew they weren't going to fight, but at the same time, they might. Like, when I think about Nate Diaz, I'm like, his physique was a lot different than when he fought Leon Edwards. And a lot of people would, chalk it up and say, well, against Leon Edwards, he was more motivated. It wasn't his last fight on his contract. He's really focus, but I don't think that was the case. I think he knew he needed to be lean. His cardio need to be on point against Leon Edwards. That's a different fighter. That fighter will go 5 rounds. Against Chimeav, he knew he was a bigger fighter. He comes out aggressive. He comes out heavy. So I think that was the reason why we saw a little bit of difference in physique when it came to Nate for this fight. I don't think he was not in shape or not caring about what was going on. I think he added more mass. I think he added more weight because he understood that he had to be in a certain type of physique to, because he knew his cardio was going to be there, but I got to add some, I can't just be straight lean because we're not just going to be striking all day. Chimeav is going to be trying to grapple with me. Leon Edwards like, let's strike all 5 rounds. That's what they did. And that's what you got now. Now people appreciate about Leon because what he did to Kamaru Usman. So it's interesting, right? So it's almost like there's points that you can point that you can pinpoint, pay attention to, put focus on, and say, well, the fight, or excuse me, this whole entire card looks kind of like they planned this from the get-go. But also there's certain narratives that doesn't really make sense, like Li Jingliang fighting a guy in Danny Rodriguez who's like 8 pounds over his weight. But like I said, a lot of people aren't put into perspective when they do make that argument is Danny Rodriguez, is he 8 pounds overweight because he had trouble making the weight? Or was it just because it was a last minute fight? There's a difference, right? Here's the difference. If you have trouble making the weight, that means you're out of shape. If it's a last minute fight, you can be in shape, but it's like, okay, I can't cut that much weight. From my knowledge, Rodriguez was coming off an injury and he was having trouble making the weight. Li Jingliang is in top-notch conditioning. He's in top-notch skill level right now, regardless of being 9 pounds under. My prediction is Li Jingliang actually knocks out Danny Rodriguez. I really think that. I don't think Rodriguez is in a good enough shape to fight him. Kevin Holland versus Chimeav, I don't know how that's going to go because I think actually Chimeav is in a lot better shape than what they're alluding to. I think we're going to see a lot of takedowns from Chimeav. I don't see Holland getting the win. I do see a knockout possibly happen with Holland being able to land some, but I think this is all a setup. It's a setup for Chimeav to look better. It's a setup for, hopefully Tony Ferguson to get the W over Nate Diaz because they knew Chimeav, or in their mind, they was like, okay, I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty, confident that Chimeav is going to beat Diaz, but people are going to say, oh, you're just trying to sabotage him. What if we put Tony Ferguson against Nate? Nate said he's been calling him out. Tony's going to end with the UFC. He has no plans of leaving the UFC. He loves the UFC. If Tony beats Nate on his last fight, what's going to be more of a stock hit, right? What's going to affect the stock more? What's going to make him drop lower in his stock value, in his price value? Losing against Chimeav, losing against Tony? It's a good question. A lot of people say, oh, Tony's a legend, so it's not a big deal. But let's be real. I think people see this as more as a 50-50 fight. So if Tony ends up getting a crazy submission or a knockout, people are going to be surprised. It's going to be a lot more effective than if you see, Nate get knocked out or finished by Chimeav, because it's going to be a lot more sympathy and be like, man, you set him up, UFC. It's going to be more of a bad guy. Now there's no bad guy. I think this is smart marketing. You got to look at it. Take emotions out of it. And I have to take my emotions out of it because the way I see it, I'm like, I want Kevin Holland to destroy Chimeav. I'm a Kevin Holland fan. How much do I believe that to happen? It's going to be a tough time. I don't want that to be the case. It actually hurts my heart when I think about it, having a possibility of being the case. But honestly, you have to be realistic. You have to see what's in front of you. You have to understand what's going on. And yeah, I can deny it. I can act like that's not what's going, that's not what's actually in front of me. That's not what is being presented. That's not what's showcasing. Cool. But in reality, are you being honest with yourself? Are you being real with everything you see? That's just what it is. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up a couple of interviews coming from the ESPN MMA side of the game. They're most likely going to copyright this. They're most likely going to flag it, whatever the case may be. But hopefully they keep it up so y'all can watch and have your fun. If they don't, either way, I'm getting better on the editing. That's going to be editing side of the game. So we're going to have clips and all that good stuff. But let's get into some of these reaction videos when it comes to some of these interviews. You feel me? Oh, Feeling good, man. Let's go Kevin Holland first. Let's get it. Got to minus it because you already know they're going to do the ads. We're going to get to the ads, then we're going to go straight into the reaction video, man. Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday, man. Good weekend tomorrow. I can't wait, man. I'm having a good time. Y'all see? I got the hair did. You feel me? Feeling great. Let's go.
Kevin, man, you were all smiles when you came back here, but what a 24 hours you have had from the press conference to the fight shuffle to the new opponent.
Yeah.
Tell me what it has been like for you.
It's been a roller coaster. A lot of my family is nerve-wracked because they know I can't wrestle, but I'm happy because I know I'm getting paid, so it doesn't matter. Let's do it.
This seemed like a fight you wanted throughout the week during media, and then, of course, with your...
How y'all feel about that statement? He said his family is scared, or they don't like that he took this fight because they know he can't wrestle, but he don't care because he's getting paid. Is he already alluding to the fact that he's not even standing a chance in this fight against Chimeav? Is he telling us, oh, hey, don't expect much from me. If he wrestles me, I will lose. But I don't care. I took this fight because I'm getting paid. I'm going to rewind that back because a lot of you guys probably think I'm going to be capped. Listen closely. Open your ears. Don't be fanboys.
So it doesn't matter. Let's do it.
This seemed like...
A lot of my family is nerve-wracked because they know I can't wrestle, but I'm happy because I know I'm getting paid. So it doesn't matter. Let's do it.
This seemed like a fight you wanted throughout the week during media.
He's
and then,
telling us he's finna lose.
Before the press conference on Thursday, what was it about Khamzat that made you say, I want to fight this guy?
Nothing at all. I never said I wanted to fight the guy. I mean, they needed somebody to step up because the guy couldn't make weight. And anywhere.
Yo, I love you, Kevin Holland. From the county, San Bernardino. I already know what it is, Cali all day. But I could have swore you said you was calling him out. Now you're saying you never wanted to fight him? I'm gonna rewind that. Listen closely. Kevin Holland, this might get destroyed. What is he talking about?
This guy.
Nothing at all. I never said I wanted to fight the guy. I mean, they needed somebody to step up because the guy couldn't make weight.
What?
And anywhere, anytime, any place, I guess I'm really that guy. Modern day cowboy Cerrone. I should get me a nice cowboy hat and I should get me a nice black suit. Yeehaw, baby. Let's go.
I totally agree with that sentiment.
Modern day cowboy Cerrone. I love Cowboy, but damn, his career ended pretty tough.
But this one's scheduled for 5 rounds now.
Oh, yeah.
Was that on you or was that on his side?
That was on me. 5 rounds was my request. The boy was tired as hell going against Gilbert Burns for 3. I figured we'll have fun for 5.
You know, a lot of people talk about your jiu-jitsu.
How y'all feel, man? Y'all believe this or you think it's an act?
Doing this one, Kevin, and how important it is for you. How vital do you believe it will be on the canvas?
I'm a Travis Lutter black belt, and I honestly believe I can tap out anybody.
What about on the feet?
Oh, a Kung Fu black belt, and everybody's Kung Fu fighting.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is such a fun matchup. Now the co-main event. You know, with all that has gone on, how do you keep your emotions at bay and make sure you just focus on the task at hand? Or do you let your emotions run wild?
No, I mean, started smoking pot at an early age. I don't have any emotions anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not. Bleep it out, but
That's
not
funny.
very mean emotions when it comes to things.
I was on the same reaction as her. I was like, that's
I
funny.
can't control, so let's just enjoy it.
Yo.
Fair enough. With the request for the
I'm not
schedule
mad
of
at it.
25, Kevin, do you believe it's...
All right. I'm taking back everything I said. This nigga is San Bernardino County, nigga. That nigga right off that statement. I was like, oh, this nigga cool. This nigga really. I was like, wait, is he? You good?
He's all
It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight. This nigga.
Yeah,
finna,
I don't see myself getting finished.
San Bernardino County,
unless the
baby,
guy
all day, baby.
Quits like he did on his weight cut.
I already
then,
know what it is.
Yeah, should go all 5.
I have to make sure. I think it
Cannot
will.
wait for this one, Kevin.
I'm rooting
Best
for
of
you,
luck
for
to
real,
have
Kevin.
fun. Go find
For
some
real,
pants
my
and
nigga.
get this interview in his underwear.
About to go find some pants now.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube.
Let's go.
Live streaming sports
Let's go, Khamzat, Chimeav.
Wow.
Let's go, Khamzat, Chimeav. You already know they probably not gonna let me post this shit. They probably gonna be like, "Oh, copyright infringement." I don't give a fuck. Let me do this. Maybe making it as bad. Have a more broader situation, a more open situation. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what Cam's man
weight
said.
cut.
I don't know. Something was wrong with my body. It's like
Let me put on
I
the
wanna
subtitles. What this
continue,
nigga
so
saying?
There comes some doctor. Somebody called them. So I don't know.
Salute to Kevin Holland, though, nigga. San Bernardino is San Bernardino County all day.
Sure that you wanted. What was the issue with the weight cut?
I don't know. Something was wrong with my body. It's like I want to continue. And become some doctor. Somebody called them. So I don't know who was that. So then they stopped. So I couldn't do something. I said I can do it. Like just wait. And that was like 4 o'clock at night. So I had a lot of time. So they didn't let me know. So I said, okay. So what? The guys like already was scared. We're gonna.
He said he was having there was, you know what I'm saying? He was going through his weight cut. It was late at night, early in the morning. However, you know what I'm saying? You want to decipher the joint. Someone came in and said, like, yo, you can't do this no more. I ain't never heard that in my life when it came to UFC. I know USADA come in to test late, but a motherfucker coming in and being like, oh, can you make the weight? Oh, you can't make the weight at 4 a.m. Stop making the weight. Y'all tell me, maybe I'm new to the sport. I'm pretty sure I'm not new, nigga. But I ain't never heard someone say, I had someone knock on my door and be like, hey, how's the weight cut going? Oh, the weight cut's not going that well. Oh, okay, we need to stop it. Y'all let me know when that's happened. Because that sound cap.
They said, ask if he would fight, I give him all my money, So he didn't accept that.
So you were told to stop cutting around 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you traditionally cutting that much weight before a fight?
So I took that. Didn't accept.
Look at the eyes.
So you were told to stop cutting around 4 o'clock in the morning?
Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you traditionally cutting that much weight before a fight?
So I took that fight like it was short notice. So I was heavy we supposed to fight in October, so that's why I was like lifting weights and going up muscles, So I don't know what's wrong. Like we'll see. So now I'm getting fighting Kevin Holland, so he like talked a lot about me. So now he has to answer for that in the cage.
You guys had a scuffle.
Man, I respect Chimeav for real. I think he's a beast. And at the end of the day, I'm always gonna ride for Kevin Holland. You know what I'm saying? Riverside County, you feel me? Excuse me, Riverside. San Bernardino County, he's from Riverside. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love. I'm not from Riverside, I'm from the desert, but you know what I'm saying? Basically, we cousins. You feel me? So I'm never gonna go against what Kevin Holland did, but I'm like, there's something about this that just seems suspect to me, man. It don't seem right. This shit seemed like this was planned. This was orchestrated. They had the whole entire choir. They had the violin set up. They had the line set up so the person could sing the falsetto. This don't seem genuine. Not genuine. God damn it. I'm not talking about in those jeans. This don't seem genuine. That's how I feel. Yeah.
On Thursday. Was this a fight that you were expecting to be offered sometime in the future?
Yeah, I never did that. So for me, it doesn't matter. I fight everyone,
Shit,
so for me, I'm not here to come on and cut weight to die in the bed, So I'm here to fight, I want to fight with everybody. So now I'm going up, so we'll see what the guys are gonna do. I smash that guys. We're gonna go like wait for Pereira and Israel, and who wins, fight with them maybe. Yeah.
They ain't saying
Is there
no words.
for you a difference in terms of motivation?
Fuck you talking
the way
about,
you
man.
Approach the fight when you were fighting Nate versus now fighting Kevin
Y'all can be
Holland?
mad at me all you want. What the fuck you talking
the way
about,
you
bro?
Approach the fight when you were fighting Nate versus now fighting Kevin Holland?
Like I say always, for me, it doesn't matter. Fight everyone.
Like button, y'all, man. Show some
Everybody
love. Subscribe
already
to the
knows.
channel, man.
I'm gonna smash that guy easy because he's too old. That guy. So
Like button,
I smashed
please.
him at backstage. Is why it comes with 10 guys.
Subscribe
I
to
was
the
alone
channel.
there, so he was thinking like playing dance with 10 people. So you see what's happening,
Khamzat, this one's still scheduled for 25 minutes, but now against Kevin Holland, do you expect we see it go all 5 rounds? I know you went to a decision of 3 rounds in your last fight.
Kevin Holland, man, please, man, show up for the SoCal, man. You already know, man, nigga, like we ain't from the same place, but Riverside, San Bernardino County, you already know, desert, you know what I'm saying? You feel where I'm from, Apple Valley, you know what I'm saying? Adelanto, Victorville, Riverside, all that good stuff, man. Hey, man, please, man, show up for the niggas, man. I already know what it is. I know it's gonna be nothing. It's something crazy, bro. I got a beard, you got a bald head. I don't really see that a lot, man. That shit, that's wild. So, show up, man.
Right. But this one, I've got to imagine you're motivated to finish.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be 5 rounds. I'm gonna go in that guy, take his head off, smash that guy. So
we will watch however long it takes.
Did he seem confident right there? Family? Did he seem confident right there, family? I don't know. I feel like he got a lot on his mind. I feel like he's dealing with a lot of shit right now, man. I truly feel like that, man. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Let's have a good time. I said 2 hours plus. We ain't even close to 2 hours right now. So maybe we won't get to that point, but we're gonna go a couple more videos that I want to get into because I'm just intrigued on everything that's gonna happen with UFC 279. Y'all already know we're gonna go Fluence Lounge tomorrow too, man. So make sure y'all join your boy for that. We definitely got to do the reaction video. We definitely got to do a reaction video to the Tony Ferguson interview. Salute the people, but it's gonna be crazy tomorrow, man. For real, man. It's finna be. It's finna. We finna go wild. I don't know about that, but we gonna have a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? Brother, he can't see. Ain't crazy. Some of us, man, we out here just living life to the fullest. We don't understand. Some niggas, man, they don't got no hair. Can't see shit. Some motherfuckers really be going through it, man. And we don't be paying attention.
An eventer for this UFC 279 pay-per-view against Nate Diaz. He seems excited about the matchup. What were your thoughts when the original fight with the Leech decided to move into this main event against Nate?
I'm gonna be real. I mean, you got to be ready for anything that's out here. In the back,
Fact.
it's kind of crazy. I have my popcorn and my shades. I'm just kind of interested what's going on. Told everybody to shut the F up because nobody was gonna do anything, and really nothing really bad happened out there. Security was excellent. Nate, it was funny because he was right there yelling at somebody, and I go up to him and was like, "Hey, do you want a mint?"
I'm gonna start it
What
over
were
for
your
y'all.
thoughts when the original fight with the Leech decided to move into this main event against Nate?
I'm gonna be real. I mean, you got to be ready for anything that's out here. In the back, it was kind of crazy. I had my popcorn and my shades. I'm just kind of interested what's going on. Told everybody to shut the F up because nobody was gonna do anything, and really nothing really bad happened out there. Security was excellent.
Look,
see, it's funny because he was right there.
A lot of y'all gonna miss that point. Tony's basically exposing it, saying like there wasn't no crazy backstage brawl. He said nothing really bad happened out there. Like he's really exposing like all this shit was planned. Go ahead, Tony.
Yelling at somebody, and I go up to him and was like, "Hey, do you want a mint?" I just random, just to kind of be just that guy, and he did his whatever he had to do, and he comes back over. He's like, "Hey, you got a mint?" So it's always being cordial with people. I don't have to hate somebody to go out there and duke it out. So props, man. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, so you guys get exactly what you deserve.
Oh, I love that. And I love this main event, but this is two OGs of the game, two Ultimate Fighter winners. This is a matchup that fans have, I think, wanted to see for a long time, and now they finally get to see it. Scheduled for 5 rounds, Tony. What does that mean to you?
It's awesome. I'm gonna be real. It could be like 8 rounds of go boxing. So
Talk about it.
He's an athlete, like I said.
Talk
I
about
respect
it.
what they do, so I respect what I do as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna go out there and get that victory.
You didn't have a terribly long camp to prepare for the Leech, and now, sir.
This is a weird thing to say, or if it doesn't matter, but a lot of y'all want to criticize boxing. A lot of y'all want to criticize it because, oh, you can't head kick or you don't have these different avenues or pathways to this, and that. Y'all don't appreciate the length of the sport. The reason why it's 12 rounds, it allows some of the most skilled fighters to be able to capitalize on what they do, because sometimes it doesn't take until the 6th, 5th round for them to do what they do. When you look at the sport of MMA, yeah, I think 5 rounds is sufficient because it's crazy. But maybe 3 minutes is too long. I think if they did 2-minute, 8-round fights, that would be better in MMA. Because I'm like, you got to give these guys a little bit more time to really get like 5 rounds of this championship fight, and all of a sudden they have to be in a position where they were like, that don't make no sense because the rounds are so long with 3 minutes. My personal opinion, 2 minutes, 8 rounds. I think you would really see the best MMA fighters, the most skilled MMA fighters. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to coming into your flow state, when it comes to being able to, tap into that, particular mindset where you're really doing what you're doing, I think it takes a lot more than 3 rounds. I think it takes definitely a lot more than 5 rounds. That's why boxing is such a beauty, in my personal opinion.
Certainly with a change of opponent, how much was the focus on who you were fighting, and how much was it on you and your own skill set?
My wife called me out. She said, "When are you going to start training 100%?"
Talk about it.
I was just waiting for you or somebody else that was close to me to call me out. So you guys are in for a treat. been practicing really hard and diligent. It's very structured. So hope you guys enjoy the show at UFC 279.
We're gonna love it, man.
For a Tony Ferguson show.
Hit the like
Tony,
button,
when you came
y'all.
to our fighter meetings
Subscribe.
yesterday, he had some new faces with you, including Brandon Gibson. You called him your astronauts who are surrounding you. But how are they going to positively impact
Hit the like
this
button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel.
They're cool. You know what I mean? I have to kick them out of the group. You know, they know the handshakes and they know what pardon my language. But that everybody's a fighter. So I mean, if you were to go into a brawl or like in the gangs of New York or kind of something like that, where you had to pick your group who you wanted to bring with you, I got my solid group. I did that when I had my 12-5 victory, and I had that when I had my 4 losses.
Life is moving so quick. I remember when my guy was going crazy with his win streak.
Going with my camp. Still Snap Down City Academy, and in Albuquerque as well with Jackson Wink. You have a little bit of Black House, and you have Wild Card. Wild Card is in my heart, dear to dear. So Coach Freddie Roach and everybody at Wild Card, props.
Salute.
And like I said,
hit the like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel.
You know what to do.
You know how to plug a card.
Hit the like button, subscribe, show some love.
Ready for a
We're going crazy
fight,
tomorrow. It's going to be a
in
good
5-round
time
main
tomorrow. You
Best
feel
of
me?
luck to you. Thank you so much for your time, Tony. Thanks, guys.
Look, we finna have a good time tomorrow. At the end of the day, you feel me? When it comes to Fluence Boxing, when it comes to Fluence News, when it comes to BlakGooseTV, anything, we finna have a good time. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy. Look, y'all gotta think about this. Look, today's Friday, right? We had the Friday night. Obviously, we was talking about all the good fights that's gonna happen. Tomorrow, we have that card. You feel me? We have that crazy ass card happening. We gonna have Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz. This is what everybody wanted. It's happening. Salute. Khamzat Chimeav versus Kevin Holland. Look, they trying to set my boy Kevin Holland up. You know what I'm saying? San Bernardino County, Riverside County. You feel me? High Desert County. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that shit. Y'all trying to play your boy, but I'm confident. For real, for real. I don't give a fuck what the case may be. Kevin Holland, I'm riding with you, man. Fuck Chimeav, man. Let's do what we do. You feel me? You feel me? Put the work in. Do what you gotta have to do. You know what I'm saying? Show respect. Don't show respect to that nigga. You feel me? But show respect to the city. But like at the end of the day, I'm like, oh man, y'all trying to really set some bullshit up. But I'm gonna be there for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, finna be going crazy. Make sure y'all tap in for that. We're gonna be live for the Fluence Lounge. We're gonna be going crazy for it. I appreciate everyone who came in tonight, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. What's y'all on, man? I look. This is my problem with y'all. Like, when I be at the end of everything, or when I'm at the close to the end, or you know what I'm saying, when I'm just trying to chilling and I'm like ranting and bending and all that shit, that's when y'all want to come in. I have the whole link set up for y'all to come in and talk your shit. Y'all don't be on nothing. Y'all just want to pop in and be on some bullshit. It be mad disrespectful, man. Y'all gotta drop a comment, something. You know what I'm saying? I'll be showing no love. So if y'all come up here, man, comment all day. I'm having a good time. I don't give a fuck. Show some love to your boy, man. I got nothing but love for y'all, for real, for real. We're going to be back tomorrow, man. Saturday finna be crazy. We got some fights to watch. We got some fights to be on the Fluence Lounging or the Lounging, being live. So make sure you join your boy for that. And if you want to make sure you're ready for that and you know when it's coming up, you hit the notification gang. You subscribe to this channel. You comment. You show love. But I appreciate everybody who came up in this thing because it was a good time. This was a good stream. This was a good live, everything, man. I'm not mad at it in no type of way. I'm actually very proud. But I want to say I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all pay attention to tomorrow because we're going to be on tomorrow. We're going to be going crazy tomorrow. We're going to be on the live side of the game tomorrow. Salute. Stay blessed. Not stressed. Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game. I'll be back. But one more boxing. Y'all know what it is. Fluence Boxing. Much love to people. Stay up. I'm out.